different. And I just want to do a tutorial talking about scales. And most of us know the major scale. If you don't, I can do another tutorial of that. I did cover that in the previous video, but if I need to do some more tutorials on it, I can. But today I really want to focus on the minor scale. So as you can see, I have this book and it says, I'm gonna just read it off to you. Minor. This scale is used in nearly all styles of Western music. It is sometimes referred to as the per minor, relative minor, or Aeolian mode. And so the step pattern is whole, half, whole, half step, whole. Okay, so we're talking about this minor scale is referred to as the Aeolian mode or a relative minor or a pure minor. Okay, and I can't stress it enough. I know I mentioned that scales are pretty much the gateway to your success playing fluently as a musician. So that's why it's very good to know scales. The more scales you know, the more comfortable you will be playing any song. So let's review the minor scale, starting with the A minor. So as you can see, again, this is the book I purchased because I figure I'm gonna need a book if I'm going to instruct and if I'm going to do these tutorials. Sometimes it's good when I do it on the piano, but other times it's good when I can explain it by showing you the theory behind it from the book. So we have an A minor scale, and the A minor scale consists of an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A note. All right? That's the A minor scale. It consists of an A note, a B note, C note, D, E, F, G, and back to A. Okay? And now when it comes down to fingering, it really depends on whatever is comfortable to you. Because I know some musicians, they don't go directly based off of the book. They will establish their own fingering. But like I said, it depends on you, whatever is comfortable to you. But if you want to go by this fingering method, that's fine too. So we see for the right hand, they have the 1, which is the first finger that will hit the A. All right, that is your index finger that will start on the A. Then your second finger will hit the B. Your third finger will hit the C. Back to your 1, all right, which is your thumb, okay? The E is your index finger, that's your 2. The F is your middle finger. And then you have your G, that's your 4th finger. And then your A, your 5th finger. So again, the A, it starts with the thumb. The thumb is hitting the A. Then it moves to the index finger. Then C, when you hit that C note, it is the middle finger, which is the 3rd finger. Back to the thumb for the D. Then the 2 will be your E, which is your index finger again. F, your 3rd finger. G, your 4th finger. And A will be your 5th finger. So this is the fingering. And like I said, again, you don't have to use it, but it really comes down to whatever is comfortable to you, okay? So this is the A minor scale. Now we have the B flat minor scale, which is B flat, C, C sharp, E flat, F, F sharp, A flat, B flat. That's the B flat minor scale. All right? And the fingering is 4 for the right hand. So it starts on the 4th finger. And then it goes to the 1, which is your thumb when you hit that C. And then the C sharp would be the 2, the second finger. E flat would be the third finger. F would be the first. F sharp the second. A flat the third. And B flat the fourth. Okay? So, like I said, try to know all of these scales and memorize it by heart. Whatever is comfortable to you, that's fine, because if you're comfortable, then you're going to pick up with speed. The more comfortable you are, the faster you can do these scales. And I know that these scales, they do take time to learn. Okay, they do take time to download and get it down in your system to understand how it works and where to place the scales. But scales are very nice because you can place scales in just about any song. It adds what you may call flavor to your song. And you never want to be one that will not use scales, right? Because a scale, pretty much, you can take a scale and create a run out of it. So scales are mandatory for your success as a musician. And I know it may seem tedious practicing these scales, but let me tell you, in the long run, it's really going to pay off. Okay, so we reviewed the A minor scale. Just a quick recap. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. That's the A minor scale. The B flat minor scale is B flat, C, C sharp, E flat, F, F sharp, A flat, and B flat. Okay, that's the B flat minor scale. The B minor scale, let me keep going, is B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, and B. That's the B minor scale, okay? The C minor scale, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, and C. And then you have the C sharp minor scale, okay? This is one I love. The C sharp minor scale is C sharp, E flat, or you could say D sharp. Some people call it D sharp. I like to call it E flat. E, F sharp, G sharp, or A flat, A, B, and C sharp. And I did do a C sharp minor scale. If you're listening to the previous video, I did place a C sharp minor scale in one of the melodies that I was working on. So if you really paid attention, you will be able to detect that sound that I used out of that scale, the C sharp minor scale. And so there you have it. You have these scales. Now, I only gave you 5 scales. I read off to you 5 scales, right? I gave you the A minor, the B flat minor, the B minor, the C minor, the C sharp minor. That's good enough to practice. You want to be able to set a goal, right? So for instance, you might say, okay, today or on Monday, I want to practice the A minor scale. I want to get that down packed. And then maybe Tuesday, you'll work on the B flat minor scale. Wednesday, you'll work on the B minor scale. Thursday, you may work on the C minor scale. Friday, you might do the C sharp minor scale. And Saturday, you might do the D minor, and you might take a break when Sunday rolls in. It's really up to you. You want to be able to set a goal. Or you might want to do 2 each day. And what am I saying? Well, you might want to do the A minor and the B flat minor, then move to the B minor and the C minor the next day, then the C sharp minor and the D minor the next day, and then the E flat minor and the E minor the next day. However you can to break it up. That's what I'm saying. We know that we have 12 notes total. So that means it's going to be 12 different types of, you may say, scales within the minor that you have to memorize and you have to learn. But like I say, if you know the major scale, that makes your work a lot more easier and simple when you're working on the minor. And if you are confused by what I said, you should refer back to my previous video, because I talk about a simple trick that you can use when in doubt, how to quickly understand the minor scale based off of the major scale. I'm not going to go over that in this video today, so please refer to the previous video. So I've given you quite a bit of scales, and I love scales. I'm one that loves, I honestly love scales. It makes you fluent in your playing. Like I mentioned earlier, it really does a lot. When you're dealing with scales, it really makes you more, not only fluent, but it brings out the fluidity, right, of your playing. It really makes your playing more fuller in different areas and aspects. So scales are important. Chords are good, but you have to have scales too, because those scales determine how great of a run that you're able to produce. How well you know the scale will determine how well you're able to create a run, or what you may call a riff. If you're not used to hearing the word run, a riff. You see some people, they're able to do certain riffs. Well, it's based off of the scale. Based off of the scale. And there are many types of scales, but I'm giving you the basics here. I'm giving you the major, the minor. Of course, there is the blues scale. There's the harmonic minor scale. All right. The list goes on and on. I'm not going to bore you with all of the scales, but I'm just here to give you some insight that scales are important, and please do your due diligence and learn them. Okay, so I've given you quite a bit to work on, and this is a good thing because practice makes perfect. And we're going to set goals. We're going to set goals. When you set a goal, then that makes your playing a lot more easier, rather than you say, I'm going to try to tackle everything at once. No, you want to be able to take it slow first. You want to be able to break each scale down one by one. You want to be able to also dissect the scale, take it apart, and see what works when you create a run and what doesn't work when you create a run. You want to be able to see how you can place these scales in a song. It's a lot of dynamics to it. So scales are so important, like I mentioned, but I want you also to not only concentrate on the tedious aspect, but I want you to have fun. Scales are fun. Scales are really fun. You can make nice melodies out of the scale. So I want you to not only just get caught up and say, oh man, I have to practice my scales today. No, I want you to also be excited about it. I want you to be enthusiastic about it. And I want you to work on your scales. Again, this is Emmanuel. If you liked this tutorial, if you would please encourage me by giving me a thumbs up in the thumbs up section, liking my video, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Your support really means a lot. Thank you for watching, and be blessed.